Yeah, that's my dream. And obviously, it's so like little right now. We just moved here. I just graduated college. But in like my dream idea is just like, I don't know. I've always been so empowered by artists promoting artists, you know?
Right?
Yeah. And like just being such a close community where it's like, I don't know. Right now, obviously, anybody who comes on is like doing me the favor. But if it were, you know, a place where eventually like people could come on and you just promote them and they're like, I can't get seen by anybody, but if I get on this thing, then like people will know about me and they'll know what I do and how I think. Like, oh my gosh, there's something about community that's just so important, and I feel that.
Oh, for sure.
So heavily, especially amongst us artists.
It's not for the weak, that's for sure.
It's just important.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just always in the most awkward positions. Oh my gosh.
No, me too. You don't understand. Artist stance. We have like photographer stance, and I'm like, ugh.
Uh-huh.
And they're doing like a normal pose like this, and they're like, do I look weird? And I'm like,
no, you look great.
And I'm like standing like,
yeah. Welcome back to the Art of Podcast. Today we have Becca Allen. Would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Yeah, so I'm a photographer in Utah. I'm originally from Arizona. I'm visiting for my younger sister's wedding, and yeah.
Oh, photographer. Dive into that a little bit. I know it's like there are so many different niches in photography.
Yes.
What do you do? Why do you do it? How did you get into it?
Yeah, so I do a little bit of everything at the moment. I'm still trying to find my niche. Right now I'm mostly doing portrait photography. Since it's Utah, I know weddings are really popular, but I don't think I'm actually going to do weddings.
Really?
So, yeah.
Have you been doing weddings up until this point?
No. It doesn't, I don't know. It's not my strong suit. It
doesn't appeal to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what does appeal to you? Is it these portraits? Do you still feel this gap?
I love portraits and fashion and modeling, like editorial work.
So tell me a little bit about what you do exactly. You said portraits. What does that look like? Walk me through like a day in the life.
So a day in the life, like a week.
You tell me.
It's kind of more of like a week. So basically, I meet everyone through my social media.
Okay.
And a lot of people, they're like trying to be like runway models, but they need to build their portfolio. So I basically, like, I partner up with them. They tell me their ideas, and we work together to make something cool that will like stand out.
Okay.
Like I had a girl recently, and she wanted to do a Euphoria styled shoot.
I actually saw the photos for that one. That was so cool. One of my best friends and I, back when the Euphoria season 1 came out, she was totally obsessed with it, and maybe I'll be able to put a picture into the video. But I went as Rue, or no, I went as Jules, and she went as Rue. But
that's awesome.
I don't know, something about it was so just like...
It's the colors.
It's the colors.
And it's the music too.
Mm-hmm.
Like Labyrinth, he's so good.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah.
Did you see the new season of Euphoria?
No, I haven't.
Oh my gosh, don't.
Don't?
No, it's...
I believe you. Actually, I do.
If you want to see like the demise of everyone, watch.
No.
Yeah.
I've seen little clips and things.
Especially what happens to Nate.
Oh, yeah, I've heard.
That was unfortunate.
I've heard. Well, I've never really liked him, so.
No. But
Yeah.
he's
But
hard.
it's sad for anyone. It's sad for him.
It is
Anyway,
sad.
how'd you get into this?
Okay, so I always kind of took pictures. Like my dad, he had his own like Canon Rebel growing up, and I just, like, sometimes he would have us take pictures just for fun. And, like, since he was gone in the Air Force a lot, he would always take pictures to, like, bring with him.
Oh,
which is really sweet.
wait,
Yeah.
stop. That's so cute.
And he's really into, like, family history
okay.
and stuff, too. And he just kind of taught me, like, what he knows, and I kind of learned some stuff. And
what did he teach you? Just like basics about
literally
how
how to just, like, hold a camera
and
to
how
not touch the lens, to
Okay.
click the button, like, literally the basics. But
how old were you when this was happening? When he was first introduced?
I want to say, like, I was, like, 8.
Oh my gosh.
I was pretty young.
Yeah.
But he never saved, like, any of my pictures I took. I don't think. I'll have to ask
Girl
him.
wasn't very good at the time. That's so cool. Okay, so I know, like, nothing about photography, but I feel like it's something that everyone could use knowledge in one way or another. With the basics, what are some of these things that your dad is teaching you at 8 years old when you say how to hold the camera? What does that mean? What is it like? I don't know. Is it just okay? Like, and then you click a little button? Like, what are some of the things that
No, it's a
I
lot.
wouldn't know?
Like, there's a lot of settings. I didn't know about, like, the nitty gritty until I picked up a camera this year.
Really?
Yeah. He would just say, like, don't mess up my settings. Because we didn't know, like, what we were doing. That kind of thing. But, like, if I asked him, he probably would have told me. But I was just like, oh, I'll just take pictures.
So I'm guessing it's different for different cameras then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what does that look like for you?
So most cameras, they have, like, a portrait setting, landscape, night setting, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But the more, like, extreme cameras, they only have manual. So you have to, like, mess with the manual? ISO.
Oh, okay.
And, like, the shutter speed. Not snap speed. The shutter speed and, like, all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so you literally have to go in and change every single thing. And if one thing's off, it could ruin your whole photo shoot.
Oh my gosh.
So you just know how to use your camera settings.
So when you're checking to see that your camera is all, all the boxes are ticked, what does that look like? And I assume it's, different for different shoots and however the lighting is, but can you walk me through?
Yeah, so basically, like, when you look at the back of your camera and the picture looks good, like what you see on the screen, that's how you know you're doing a good job. If you can actually, like, see everyone and everything looks good, the subject is clear and in focus, all that. It was hard for the Euphoria shoot because I mostly shoot, like, sunsets or, like, during the daytime, and it was very dark lit, and when you're shooting dark lit, you have to bring down the ISO, like, as far as possible, but not too much, and editing those things was a beast.
What is ISO?
It's, like, the amount of light that the camera takes in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like I cut you off when we were talking about, like, take me in the day of your life. You get a text from a model, whoever, and then what does that look like? What does that look like with booking?
Yeah.
How do
I do that?
Where do you go from there? Yeah, just top to finish, editing. What's the MO?
Yeah, so it depends. Sometimes I reach out to people, other times they reach out to me, and they're just like...
What does it look like when you reach out to people? What does that mean?
Sometimes I find someone and I have a vision and I'm like, this would be perfect for you. Yeah. And sometimes they don't like it and don't want to do it.
For sure.
And then we end up doing something else, which is fine. And then other times they love it and we kind of, like, mesh both of our ideas and it becomes something really cool.
Okay, so you've got a gig booked. Now what?
Yes. And then basically we just get props and stuff if we need them. That's usually my job.
Where do you get your props?
A lot of times at Michael's.
Yeah?
Or on Amazon.
And then after you've got your props?
Okay, and then after I get my props, I kind of look at some inspo pictures. So then I get an idea if it's been done before. If not, then I just kind of write out a game plan of what I want to do. Because sometimes when I get to the shoot, I completely forget. Like, and then I get home and I'm like, why didn't I have them do this pose or whatever?
How long do your shoots usually last?
I've had some that go up to 3 hours.
Really?
And then others that are only like 30 minutes.
So
it really just depends. But most of the time, just 1 hour.
Depends on what?
It depends on what we're doing. Like for the Euphoria shoot, we booked it for 3 hours, but that was because we had to get a ton of lighting and just everything perfectly. We had to build like a pillow fort for part of the shoot.
Oh my gosh.
Like the picture that she has like her eyes and she's looking up at the light, like we did that through like a fort. A blanket fort. Yeah.
And you have to build all those things yourself.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Okay, so we're through the shoot. Model goes home.
I go home.
And then what happens?
And then I edit the pictures. Editing, it takes a long time, for me at least. I know for other people, they can edit in like 10 minutes.
Really? So what does that look like then? I feel like that's something you don't really think about unless you are a photographer.
It's not something people talk about too, really. They just assume that like we're just hoarding the pictures for like 2 weeks and then we'll eventually give them back when we seem to fit. But no editing, it depends on the shoot, but each of them usually takes about like 3 to 4 hours editing.
What are you editing? Are you just editing the light, the color?
I'm editing like the light, the color, the shadows. Shadows are huge.
Shadows?
Yeah, like even like your eyes and stuff, they have shadows. And it just really helps like make the person look more alive and more brighter.
Where did you learn to do this?
YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I have some friends that do photography too. Like my friend Justin, he's really good. He taught me a lot. And some other photographers that I've learned at some shoots and everything.
So you're pretty much like a self-taught photographer.
Pretty much, you could say that, yeah.
And I think you're pretty successful too.
Oh, thank you.
How did you like get to where you're at? What did it look like when you first started?
I just kind of, when I first started, I didn't really know anything and I didn't know what to do. And I asked my boyfriend's sister-in-law if I could take pictures of her daughter for Easter. And so she was my first like actual photo shoot.
When was this?
This was literally this Easter.
Really? Oh my god.
So pretty recent, but she was like my first person. Before I shot like a lot of nature stuff, like I took pictures of birds and of sunsets and stuff like that just because they're pretty easy and they don't move a whole lot. Well, birds kind of do, like ducks sometimes. I just kind of chase them, but...
Is there a reason that you take photographs of people rather than just nature or cityscapes? Yeah?
I think people are a lot more interesting, for sure. I love meeting people. I love meeting their characters and just seeing what their style is because half the time I go to a shoot and I don't know what they're going to wear. Or sometimes I don't even know who they are, like what their personality is or even their voice. It's kind of weird. Like I just know what everyone else says from social media.
Right.
But yeah.
So are you telling me that your subject matter is just because you enjoy interacting with the subject matter more than you would something else, or is there something underlying that's
kind of true, I feel like, actually.
Yeah, you think so?
I think so, but also, like, I don't know. I think people are pretty interesting. They're all very different. They all look very different.
Why is that interesting?
Just art. It's just art.
Do you think there's something important about getting to know your fellow neighbor, your fellow human?
I think so. Just like humanity.
Why is that important? You said art, just
Yeah.
art, but what does that mean to you?
Sorry, I'm like, my
No.
brain went away.
Yeah, is it something you feel? Is it something... Yeah, tell me.
No, for sure, it's something I feel like from a deeper standpoint, like, I genuinely don't know. Like, I just do. I don't know.
For me, I've always felt compelled to making art about just humans as well. And I think for a long time I didn't know why either. Because especially, like, I'll go to galleries, especially the galleries in Scottsdale, which is the bigger art scene here where we live in Arizona, is in Scottsdale. And I go there, and it would just be so much easier if I just painted desertscapes, if I painted landscapes.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had galleries tell me straight up, like, oh, I like this, but we don't take, like, people. We don't do people in our thing.
What?
I mean, yes. And I mean, it's real. It's a normal thing. People like something that they can really connect to, and it's maybe easier to connect to, this, mountainscape that I've seen 100 times because that's my home, or because I think that's beautiful, whatever, than it is this person who you're, your grandmother or whatever. But I've never been able to escape. I mean, I tried. In college, they had a bunch of classes where we would just have to paint whatever they said, of course.
That was the worst for me.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I hated when I, like, had to have an assignment and a rubric. It's like, oh my gosh, that drove me nuts. I don't know why I'm so drawn to it. I feel like, I love meeting people and getting to capture, like, who they are as a person in my work. That's kind of my main goal, is to try to show, like, what I see in them.
And what do you see?
I think a lot of people are prettier than how they view themselves.
Oh, I love that.
And so my main goal is for people to see their pictures and to be like, I look good.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, empowering people. Oh, I never really even think about that as a part of... And this is probably just because I view photographers as artists instead of just, I mean, they are definitely artists, but...
It's a whole different thing.
Right. It's so different, where it can be used as, like, this empowering
thing.
Work. Yeah. Oh, I love that.
And I feel like you can't get that with a picture of a tree.
I love that.
Like, you can if it's a cool tree,
but there's something about that human connection and having that person feel empowered through your talent. Okay, I feel like we're getting somewhere. So
good.
Earlier you told me that you have a license in
aesthetics.
Okay, I'm glad you said it. Not
no, it's okay.
Aesthetics. So I'm getting this, like, vibe from you that you just feel strongly about empowering people in your life and making them feel good about themselves. Can you tell me a time where maybe in a photo shoot, maybe just, like, in a classroom or just wherever, where that happened to you and you were the hand that helped them feel that way about themselves. And then how did that make you feel?
Yeah. So, during my shoots, I can think of one girl in particular. She's so freaking cute. I love this girl. But sometimes it just takes her a second to just like lock in and get it, because she's like, what do I do? Like, how do I pose? And I'm like, you got it. Just do you. Just do stuff and I'll kind of follow you. And if I think something looks good, like I'll let you know. You know? And I actually, when I do photo shoots, I like, if it's just a one-on-one, I love talking to them a lot. Because it helps them just relax. I feel like the best pictures are by accident, actually.
Yes,
like they kind of do something that weird. Like sometimes they'll like stretch weird or something. I'm like, wait, no, do it again. Or like they kind of like have to a pose and then they like jump out of it real quick because they're like in their head they kind of think, oh, maybe that looked dumb, you know. And I'm like, wait, no, that looked cool. Do it again.
I love that. Okay, so empowering. How did she feel?
She felt good. I think. She loved her pictures, so.
So that was a moment where you were able to take someone like shy and in
then
themselves and self-conscious, and then because of how you were interacting with them, you were able to bring them out of her shell.
And then I did another shoot with her, totally different person.
Really?
Because she was so confident. She had it. She practiced in the mirror or something. I don't know, but she, I was like, I was like, you're a pro now. I was like, so proud.
That's incredible. And how does that, I mean, like, tell me, is that empowering to you? Does it just make you feel?
Oh, for sure. It really makes me feel good that I made them feel good and that they keep booking with me.
Would you say that one of the reasons you do photography is more with the mindset of like, and I mean, any answer is good, but with that mindset of like, okay, this is my driving passion. I see how this can help empower the people around me, which empowers me in my own skin. And so I can't tear myself away from it. Or are you, and it could be a mix, or is it more from the standpoint of like, okay, logically, I know I'm good at this. I know how to make these bookings. I know how to do this craft and I know how to make money off of it. And that's why I'm in it. What kind of drives
what drives me?
Yeah.
So I grew up not a confident person at all. I hated getting my picture taken.
Really?
Like my grandma, and she loves taking pictures. She would be like, okay, say cheese. And I would like freak out because I'm like, no, I'm going to look bad. This is going to be on Facebook. She's going to post it everywhere on Facebook and tag me.
I know
my crush is going to see me
on your
looking all ugly.
Facebook.
I don't know. Like maybe. And I was just like freaking out. And like I always had like body dysmorphia and stuff. And I didn't like how I looked in pictures because I looked awkward.
Yeah.
But it's also because I felt awkward. And so I kind of I know angles now that I don't think I would know if I didn't have. I don't know how to explain it. Like I know what to do to make someone's pictures look good. That I think they will look good too.
Can you?
I'm very picky.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Like I'm kind of a perfectionist. Like I'm just like, okay, no, just like slightly here. Yep, that's good.
I love that.
So
what are some of those things that you look for when you're talking about this? I'm picky. These are the things that I'm looking for to create my perfect pose, my perfect photo. What are
honestly, the lighting is a huge thing. The background.
What does good lighting look like?
Nothing too, like, I don't like white lighting.
Okay.
I like more warmer tones most of
Okay,
the time.
okay.
It depends on the shoot, though. If it's a studio shoot, I love a good white light.
Mm-hmm.
But for outdoors, I love like golden hour and sunsets and stuff like that.
Why do you think you're more drawn to that warmer look as compared
I feel
to?
like
Because
it's
I've
more-
seen both
yeah.
like look incredible, but why are you as an artist drawn more to that?
I just feel like it's kind of cozy.
Cozy.
Yeah. It's just warm and good.
I like that. Yeah, especially if you're in it for the empowerment and trying to.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say most of your clientele are women?
Yeah, actually.
And are most of them models that you're working with?
Most of them are like baby models, like they're trying to get like into photo shoots and into photography.
Mm-hmm. Into photography?
No, not into photography. Into
Okay, I
modeling.
figured.
Into
Yeah.
modeling. Some actually are picking up photography and they're killing it.
That's awesome.
But yeah.
Okay, I want to talk about some of the photo shoots that you've done before.
So one shoot I could think about at the top of my head is this horse photo shoot I did.
Mm-hmm.
So the model, I followed her for quite a bit. Her name's Maisie. She is so talented. She does all sorts of crazy shoots. Like she shot with a baby alligator one time.
Oh my god.
Like she's incredible. And I just like, I wanted to do a photo shoot with her so bad. And one day she posted on her story like, hey, I'm looking for a couple photographers that would like to do a photo shoot with a horse. And I knew it wasn't going to be like just a horse knowing her, because she's very like creative.
Oh my gosh.
Like it's just something about her, like she's just different from what I've seen before. And I slid up. I was like, hey, I would love to. And then she was like, okay, how's this Sunday? And I was like,
Oh my gosh.
Really? Really? Me? And so, yeah, we did the shoot. She showed up. She wore like this really cool, like breakfast and Tiffany's-ish outfit and bright green cowboy boots. And I was like, all right.
I've seen these photos.
But it was so cool. The horse, sorry, I like choked. The horse, his name was Brave. He was so funny. Oh my gosh. And the nice thing about her is she knows exactly what she wants, and she wanted us to like take pictures of like she had like an apple in her mouth and she wanted like the horse to get it.
Oh, I love.
Which is a really cute idea, but Brave chewed it up and spit it all over her dress.
Ooh, okay.
And then laughed.
Right.
Yeah, he laughed.
Oh my gosh.
But it was fine. It was fine. And it still worked, and we got everything we needed, and I actually have a picture of him laughing. I'll insert that there.
That's crazy.
But yeah, that was one of my favorite shoots I did. And then we did a vintage car photo shoot. So one of my best friends, Haley, she actually started doing modeling around the time I started doing photography, because she modeled for me so many times when no one else would let me take their picture.
Yeah,
well, because
we
I
all
was
have
new
that
and like
person
no one
for
knew
sure.
me, and you know, like I took her graduation pictures, and she's just very photogenic. And I told her all the time, I was like, you should do modeling, and she's like, no. And I was like, no, like actually. And then we went to this event. It was like a studio reopening.
Okay.
Like they revamped up some things, and I made her come with me because I knew a lot of photographers were there.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, oh yeah, no, I'm trying to get into modeling. And she got booked like 3 things.
Shut up.
So, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, one of my other favorite shoots was we took pictures in this vintage car. And I love that photo shoot. It was so iconic. And it's kind of funny how I met the guy with the car too.
Really?
Yeah, I met him at my work. He just pulled up in that car and I was like, oh my gosh. Because I wanted to do a vintage car shoot for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And he literally just showed up, and I was like, your car is amazing. He's like, oh, thank you.
So basically, you don't know this, but God had you pull up for me.
Yes,
so
and I was like,
you to step out.
So I'm a photographer. Can I maybe borrow your car for like an hour for a shoot? And he was like, yeah, of course. And he was
my God.
And I was like, oh, bless you. You were so kind.
That is crazy.
And yeah, he took us like driving a little bit, and we really got to know him and his wife, and they're just really cool people. I love them. But yeah, literally just from him going to my work, and if he never parked up front, I would have never seen it, and that shoot would have never happened.
And that shoot was with your friend?
Yeah, my friend Haley.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's incredible. How much of your job is just spontaneous moments like that, or is it mostly planning?
Some of both, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sometimes people have an idea, and they'll be like, hey, do you want to do this? And I'm like, sure, why not?
And how often do things like that work out?
90% of the time.
Really?
Yeah. Actually, a lot more often than you think. Like, I have some crazy ideas, and I have some crazy projects coming up soon. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to talk about them in case I'll talk to you about, off camera. But I have a lot of cool things up my sleeve that I'm just, like, waiting. I'm dying to actually do. Yeah, we did, like, trying to think of other ones I've done that were interesting. Oh, I did do a Supergirl shoot at the Salt Flats.
Wait, I saw that too. Oh my gosh, the Salt Flats are incredible. How many places like that are in Utah? Like, is it a better... How would you say it compares to just other places with...
Utah is a strange place, I will say that. Like, we have the Salt Flats, we have, like, the Little Sahara, which is this really pretty, like, desert that's, like, dunes, like sand dunes, which is really cool. And, like, I feel like, and we have a lot of cool downtown, like, historic places that are really pretty for photo shoots, and just a lot of green. There's a lot more green there than in Arizona.
Uh-huh.
I did take pictures for one of my friends down here yesterday, and a lot of my ideas, I was like, okay, now lay in the grass, and there was no grass.
There was no grass.
No. Like, my whole notes app was
that's
lay
so
in the
real.
grass and do this, and I don't even know what I was thinking, because I've been there before, I just forgot. It was, like, the Lost Dutchman Trail.
Okay,
head,
yeah.
Like, over there, and... But yeah, no, there's no grass over there. But we did get some really cool pictures.
Can you tell me one of your favorite photo shoots you've ever done?
Like, I've done a lot of random shoots. I've done, like, the Princess and the Pea one.
Uh-huh.
I've done, like, a bunny photo shoot. Some random, like, flower fields. Just kind of everything.
But favorite? What's your favorite you've done?
My favorite is a Euphoria shoot.
Yeah?
I'm so proud of that one.
What was it that was so... Was it the process? Was it the outcome?
It was the process. It was both. I learned a lot from it. Like, Blake, the videographer that we had there, he owns, like, Avid Media. He's he's just talented. Like, he taught me, like, a lot about lighting and everything, and how to shoot in, like, low light settings, which I was kind of struggling with before. But yeah, it was just good to try something new, and I was kind of nervous about it the whole week leading up to it, because I was like, I looked up videos how to shoot in low settings, but, like, I've never, it's so hard to try something.
Right.
Because I wanted them to look good, and I knew that it could either look really good and be really good, or be really dumb. And so I was just like, ooh. But yeah, I even told Skyly, she's a girl that modeled for it, I was like, I think this might be my favorite shoot so far. Because it was just so good.
Oh, that's awesome.
And just like, I think she should do acting because she was so talented. And it was kind of cool to see the behind the scenes of what Blake does for his videos.
Mm-hmm.
Like the prompts he gave her, he was just like, just scream. Or like, I don't know, like it was just really cool to see the process. And we listened to like some Euphoria songs too as we were doing it, and some really depressing songs too. Those weren't as fun, but
I love that though, really getting into
mm-hmm.
it. So how is it different shooting more experienced people as compared to the beginners?
Yeah. So for beginners, they need a lot more direction. For more experience, they know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what they want. And you just have to kind of execute their vision. Which is kind of hard sometimes because what I think someone will like is not what someone will like sometimes.
Ooh, yeah.
And it's just hard to know.
Yeah. So how do you communicate that?
I literally ask them, so what do you want?
And then you just keep...
And then I just do my best to try to do that. But sometimes people are just like, oh, I don't know, just make me look good. So.
Okay, so that's favorite shoot. Do you have any like horror stories?
Ooh, yeah, I have a couple. Okay.
Really?
So one of them, this girl reached out to me. She's been doing modeling for quite some time now. And she was like, hey, I'm a huge fan of your work. I would love to work with you. And I was like, oh my gosh, really? Yeah, sure. And so I was like, what did you have in mind? And she sent me like all this inspo. It wasn't anything I've really done before. Like it was very like, it had extreme makeup and stuff. And I was just like, oh, do we have a makeup artist? And she said she did. And they were actually very well known in Utah. And so I was really excited because I was like, oh my gosh, I would love to meet this lady. That would be fantastic. Like she seems awesome. But we were just like kind of planning like just in case if she wouldn't show up. But I don't think she ever responded to her. I don't know. I'm not going to start anything.
Oh my gosh.
But I told her, I was like, I would just still love to work with you. So just let me know what you would like to do and we can make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
And so she sent me a couple ideas and I was like, okay, I really like this one. I feel like it kind of fits my brand a little bit and I think it would be cool. And she was like, well, I really like this curtain idea. And I was like, okay. So I was just like, you know what? These are her pictures. I'll buy the curtains, whatever. And I was very new to photography at the time and I didn't really realize that she wanted me to buy the curtains until 2 days before.
Oh, yeah.
And so I bought the curtains and everything, and she wanted them in her backyard. And oh, this is very yellow. And I was like, hey, yeah, like, no worries at all. She told me that, like, she didn't have a job or anything. And I really wish I would have known that. Like,
and that's why she couldn't buy the curtains
because
or something?
She made it sound like she could pay half and then she couldn't because she didn't have a job. And, like, it was just very, like...
So why is she getting a photo shoot? My bad. Anyway.
To build her portfolio or something. Like, I don't know. And it was before I started to get paid for my shoots, too. So I was just doing, like, basically free photo shoots. Mm-hmm. So that part didn't really matter. And anyways, so she wanted it in her backyard. And I just came out, like, I just finished this other photo shoot with one of my friends and some girls. Like, we did a, like, in the woods kind of mystical, magical shoot.
Cute.
And... And I had to leave it early to get to this shoot, okay? To, like, plan it out. So I have to drive all the way across town. It was, like, 45 minutes. And I had some extra time, so I got some Chick-fil-A breakfast. And when I was there, she texted me, and she was like, oh, I'm running a bit late. I was like, but it's at your house.
Oh, right.
Like, what? And so I take, I finish eating my food and then I slowly drive over to her house because it's still like another 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm probably like 5 minutes late. And so I like text her and I'm like, hey, I'm here. And she goes, 1 minute. 10 minutes goes by. And so I was just like,
are you kidding
me? And then
me?
she tells me, wait for me by the door. So I go up to her house and it's really freaking awkward because I'm so awkward when you first meet me. Like, that's just me. And so I'm just like standing there with like my bag of curtains and my camera.
Oh my god.
And the door's wide open and I'm like, is this my house?
Inside?
Do I go in or what? And I just hear like really loud music. And so I was like, okay, this is weird. And she comes to the door and she's like, you could have gone in. And I was like, oh, okay. So she shows me her backyard. We're just talking, and she just like...
Is she like your age?
She's a bit older than me.
And how old were you?
Well, I was 20.
Okay.
I'm still 20.
So she was... Oh, this was recent.
Yeah, this was recent. This was like 4 months ago.
Okay, I don't know why in my mind
okay.
this was so long ago. Okay,
this was like years ago. No, it was pretty recent.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
this is when
I'm
I started
so
to like actually work with people and not just take pictures for fun.
Yeah.
So we get to her backyard and she's like, so do you have the curtains? And I was like, yes,
Mm-hmm.
And so we like start like setting up like the zip line kind of thing. Oh, clothesline, not a zip line.
Yeah.
Whatever, you know what I mean.
I did.
And I was like, and she was like, do you need any help from me to help set up? And I was like, yeah, that would be great. And she goes,
girl, you not paying me? What the heck? Yeah, help me set up this clothesline that I bought.
Right? So
Girl.
that's what I thought. And so I was just like, okay. And oh my gosh. She literally would hold it by the edge of the tree and then just drop it. She would pretend to put it, and so I had to go on like both sides. And then I take out the curtains and I start to hang them up, and she goes, girl, this looks terrible. I was like, I bought the colors you told me to. I bought the curtains you told me to. What? And she goes, let's just take pictures in my backyard because this ain't doing it for me. I spent like $60 on curtains just for, yeah. And I stress about getting them too because originally I was going to borrow some from people on Facebook. Everyone ghosted me, whatever. So I had to Amazon them, like next day shipping. Gosh. And I was just like, oh, are you kidding me? And so then we just like start taking pictures in her yard. And like she's not really posing or anything. So I tried to give her like some guidance and
right.
She's like, I'm not doing that. And I was like, okay.
At least the girl knows what she likes and what she doesn't like. And
I guess, but if she said she was a big fan of my work and liked my work, then why is she not liking what I'm suggesting?
Yeah.
And I just like, I still like went with what she did and we took some pictures and everything and and she stopped it early and she was like, let's have you come back when you're more ready, when you're more prepared. I'm not even kidding. And I was like, how could I not be more prepared? I bought the dang curtains that you wanted, the exact colors.
I'm sick.
I even sent you like a screenshot of everything I was buying from Amazon, the exact curtains, everything, the dimensions, everything.
Everything you were buying.
Said, yes.
Girl.
I was on time, you were late, but I could have been more prepared. What do you mean?
Oh my gosh.
And like I left and I honestly went home and cried because I was like, I was so defeated. And yeah, she unfollowed me, so I never
After that?
Mm-hmm.
Did you like reach out to her or anything? Tell her like, hey, this wasn't appropriate?
No. I don't want to start any drama.
She just
it's not worth my energy. I can't do that.
I mean, Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't want to make it worse than the situation was, and I'm a busy girl.
Wow.
I had stuff I had to do.
So she just unfollowed you for buying her curtains and giving up your time.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane.
I think the vision wasn't how she wanted it to be.
Uh-huh.
And for some
can
reason...
we get a little mic on that real quick? Hold on. Stop it. This isn't even that funny. It's just so loud.
I know, I'm sorry. There we go.
Yeah, that would have been
I was like, a mic on what? I was like,
Yeah, my fault. I literally have the humor of a second grader.
No, me too.
Okay.
It's pretty silly.
Yeah, just because it didn't follow her vision.
Yeah, I think it was because it didn't follow her vision, and maybe she was taking that out on me a little bit. But she knew I was a newer photographer. I told her that before that. Because I do tell people, like, I'm like, well, not so much anymore, because now I know more of what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. But at the time, I didn't, and I just feel like that was kind of mean. Just a little bit.
Wow.
But yeah, I don't know what her thought process was for that, but yeah,
I love that. Builds so much character. Meeting
it did
people like that.
It taught me to say no. Because if you want a really cool idea and concept, like that is cool. But we need to work together too, and
right, there's a line between I am the photographer, you are the model. We have to blend.
Mm-hmm. We have to work together, and that was kind of the problem with that, because I did ask her a lot of questions, and she took forever to respond to me, like 3 days, and then she was like, "Are we still doing our shoot on Friday?" And I was like, yes, I guess you like ghosted me for like 3 days, but sure."
Oh my gosh.
So
how do you deal with people like that now, and I'm sure it's not as extreme.
I don't work with them.
That.
No.
But even when you get into little situations where you're like, okay, this isn't gonna work, where you have to, because you're saying you learned to say no. What are those kind of situations, and how do you deal with
I've had people to ask me like for photo shoots I'm not comfortable with, and I tell them no if I'm not comfortable. And
what kind of photo shoots are those?
Boudoir.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
That's not my niche. I know some really good people that are good at that.
Yeah, no, for
so
sure.
I just tell them I'm, and it doesn't make me uncomfortable. I just think I would be really awkward personally. Like I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know. But yeah. I do know some really good people that are good at that. But for me, I'm just like, I don't think I would.
I mean, everyone has their niche. I am a painter. I've been painting for a long time. If you ask me to paint a big old landscape of mountains,
the tiger,
I am not comfortable with that. A tiger, animals, oh my gosh, I'm out when it comes to animals.
Really?
Yes.
That was like the only thing I did paint.
Girl, no. My whole life, I've always just painted since I was a little kid. But one thing I've never done, truly never, I mean, for school when I was forced, right? But never on my own, is animals. But yeah, and it's not like there's anything bad with people who do paint animals. In fact, if anything, I just have more respect for them because it's not something I feel like I can do.
No, it's for sure hard.
Yeah.
I know for photography for animals, like, have you ever seen videos of like behind the scenes of National Geographic?
Yes.
Of them in like their tents and like their like really big camera lens, like it's a whole thing.
Having to stake them out.
I kind of want to do it at least once.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Like I want to go to like Africa or something.
Even I want to do that. At least once.
That sounds so sick.
It
like,
really
I would
does.
Do that.
It really does. Okay, so I have a question that I ask everyone, but it's one I'm always genuinely curious about. So myself, as a painter, when I go into an art gallery and there are paintings all over the walls, I rarely immediately see the painting for what it is. But first, when I look at a painting, I'm looking at the brush strokes. I'm looking at the techniques used. I'm looking at color theory. I'm looking at all of these different techniques. And then I have to stand back and like see the painting for itself. You as a professional in your field, as a photographer, you're looking at a photograph and it's, you know, in a museum, it's important. What are those things that you're noticing that me or someone with the untrained eye wouldn't think about or wouldn't notice?
What type of camera they use?
How do you know
Like,
that from
there's
looking at
a
a photo?
huge difference between Sony and Canon. I feel
Really?
like those are the top sold cameras.
Okay.
And I feel like
What are the
Sony
differences?
is more like sharper,
Hmm.
especially when it comes to reds and yellows. And Canons are really good for greens, like landscapes and stuff, but also for like portrait photography. It also depends on editing too. Like sometimes I'll think something's shot by a Sony and it is from a Canon. And but I don't know, that's something I try to guess is like when I see a new photographer come on my page, like their pictures, I'm like, I bet they're a Canon user. And I feel like 90% of the time I'm right.
Really?
It's kind of funny.
So you can tell what camera they use by kind of the color in the photo. Interesting.
And I feel like Sonys are also really good at blurring the background for like their portrait settings.
That is so interesting. Is there something
and it's for editing too, but that you have to do. But
is there something that you see in photos, like when you look at it, you know that that's good craftsmanship? I'm not sure what the photographer word is for craftsmanship, but you know, technique.
Yeah, like a good picture. Lighting is always huge.
But what makes good lighting? I hear you keep saying
I know,
lighting, but like,
because it's 90% of the thing.
Is it shadows? Is it geometric shapes? Is it, because it's organic shadow shapes, that's what's making this piece feel more alive? Or, because I'm using colored lighting, it's making this story be told of sadness because there's mostly blues or whatever. Like, what are you talking about?
So I feel like half of photography comes from taking the picture and half comes from editing.
Okay.
Half of taking a picture, I feel like you need to make sure, you know, the sun isn't in people's eyes, but also the subject isn't completely in the shade because you don't want like those like leaf like shadows on people. Like that's one of my pet peeves that I'm like, you could have just brought them out like 2 more feet. Like, come on. Like the shade feels nice for everyone, but that's kind of why I'm so big on shooting in golden hour, because it's right when the sun is going down and it's just perfect. It's a lot lighter on the eyes.
It just casts less shadows. So,
well, it depends on where you're standing too.
Okay.
But like you don't want to, like what I'm saying is you don't want to take a photo shoot like at noon in Arizona, because everyone will be squinting and stuff and everyone will want to go in the shade. And then if you do go in the shade, then you get some weird shadows and they just don't look that good. So sometimes I could tell like for pictures when they took it during the day, because some photographers are like, no, I could take it any time of the day and it'll look good. And sometimes it does, and sometimes it's like you could have waited like 2 more hours and had the perfect lighting.
Right.
All your subjects won't be like squinting, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so that to me sounds like when you're looking at a photo, you can instantly tell it's not super high quality because you say like shadow placement. It's just, poor shadow placement. But you're looking at a piece or a photo and you're like, that is the perfect photo. That's such a good photo. Do you have one of those in your mind? And if not, what does that piece look like in your imagination, and what are the qualities of that photo?
I really like beach photography, like on the beach, like it could be anything, but I love when the sun's like going down and the sun reflects on the water and the subject and everything kind of looks sparkly. Like I've seen some really good pictures for that.
But why would that make for a good photo?
Just the coloring. I think it just has that kind of dreamy feel
Mm-hmm.
that I love. There was this one photo shoot I could think of right now. I probably won't see them if I try to show you the picture.
Okay.
But I thought the idea was so creative and just so good. They did a couple's photo shoot right by an airport, like a small airport. And they brought like paper planes and stuff, and the guy, he's like holding his girlfriend, wife, whatever, and they're kind of doing like airplane arms, and right above them is a huge like airplane.
Yeah.
And I was like, why didn't I think of that? That is perfect. Like,
so
oh my
good
gosh.
Photography
Yes.
tells a story.
Like, that's one I could think of recently that my mouth was like on the floor. I was like, how come I wasn't invited? That is so good.
I love that.
There are some ideas like that I'm like, oh, man.
Man, that is so real in the artist world. I feel like
it's like, can I go back in time and steal your idea?
Literally, yeah. Like, I don't know, for me, and this is probably just because I've had such a good life, but I've really never been jealous of anyone ever. Like, jealousy is a feeling that I've never really felt until I really like got into the art world. Yeah.
That's so funny.
And I really mean this, the only times I felt pure, like genuine jealousy is when I see something, like there's this painting right here, and that was just a quick study I did. But when I see a painting that someone else did, and I'm like, that's supposed to be mine. That idea was meant to be mine. Like, this piece over here, like, oh, your style's so good. And there's this artist, she does all of her pieces where they have like this translucent element to them. So one piece will be like the translucent striped pants, or another piece will be like, anyway, just translucent, and you can see the thing behind. And when I saw that, I'm like, first of all, you're doing people. That's my thing. Second of all, like, like everything about it was like, that's supposed to be mine. Like, I was sick with jealousy. And really and truly, I've only ever felt that way when I see an artist who comes up with ideas before me, because it's like, girl, like, I just want to steal it so bad and pretend I never
That
saw
reminds
it.
me of someone. So I love black and white photography.
Okay.
A lot. But a lot of people, it's an acquired taste, because some people are like, it's too outdated, whatever. I love the timeless feel of it. At the horse photo shoot, there was this guy, his name's Nate. He only does black and white photography.
Oh.
He does some film, some on digital. He is so talented.
Really?
Oh my gosh. And I was like, how come I didn't, like, when I met him and he told me that, I was like, why didn't I
think of that?
I'm like, that's cool.
I hate it. I hate it.
I was like, why did I do that? Why can't I just... I'm
Stupid.
like, no.
So happy for you and your great ideas. I'm don't even care.
But he's so cool. I love that guy.
Oh, I know. They're always so nice, too.
I know.
You just wish they were rude so you could
I know.
hate
I was
on
like,
them.
I wish I... Yeah.
Yeah. Now you're
No, I told my friend Haley right after the shoot I worked with him with, I was like, you need to work with this guy.
Yes.
Because she was like, I need to take some pictures with some other photographers. And I was like, fine. But I was like, you should work with Nate. He's cool. So.
Yeah. I love that. So because this is something that I struggle with so much as an artist, and I kind of want to get the photographer's opinions on this.
Interesting.
Yes, okay. But okay, so I'm sure you've heard the saying, like, to be an artist is to be a thief, right?
Yeah.
And bad artists copy, good artists steal. That's like a very famous quote I hear all the time in the art world. What does that quote mean to you as a photographer?
Yeah. So I think a good photographer has inspo of what they want to do, but they add on to it. What's their take?
How do you add on to something?
Like, I'll give you an example. So the Princess and the Pea shoot, the set was actually originally Maisie's, the girl I did the horseshoe with. It was before, like, I did that way before. And the studio was like, hey, you could rent out the set, whatever. And one of the girls I worked with at a recent event, she invited me to be one of the photographers to help like shoot this photo shoot.
Uh-huh.
So Maisie had a different take than this other girl did, Allie.
Okay.
She wanted hers more like slumber party vibes. Like she had like a really cute robe that had like fluffy stuff, and it was completely different. Like a lot of people were like, "That's the same set," and we were like, "Yeah." And she brought her own props. Like since it was Princess and the Pea, like she got like this goblet and put peas in it. I would have never thought of that.
I love that. Yeah.
You know, and she brought like tiaras, everything. So it's like, and we could have copied exactly what, you know, Maisie did, but we were inspired by her.
Right.
So yeah. Does that kind of answer your question about like?
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's not copying, it's getting inspired, but also thanking the person who inspired you.
I like your answer of just like adding something new.
Mm-hmm.
You add something new, and that's what makes it your own, because of course you're using your own people. I think of that like that artist I was talking about a couple minutes ago, where it's like, man, I just wish I could literally, because it is like, it's one of those things, especially, I mean, well, I'd assume in photography too, where you see it and you're like, I can do that. Mm-hmm. Oh, that painting she painted, I literally could paint that exactly alike, you know.
Why didn't I?
But if I painted it right now and I just put my name on it, then, you know, I'm stealing, and I can't do that. And yeah, but I think where I get stuck is like, because I could just take my own reference, right? I could be like, hey, put on those striped pants, sit on my couch, let me take my own reference and paint the painting. But I'm not adding anything to it. And so I'm still kind of just stealing that idea. Yeah. How do you come up with those ideas in a meaningful way? Because I feel like if I'm just like, and obviously this is not the same situation as yours, so right now I'm almost just fishing for you to answer my question, you know, like, or just fix my problems in my life. But how do you...
Sorry, the weird...
No, that's okay.
The weird paint bottle.
Literally.
Like, how do you come up with original ideas?
How do you come up with original ideas? Yeah.
It took me quite some time, to be honest. So, I'll tell you how I came up with the Supergirl idea. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
So, have you seen the new movie, the Superman movie from last year?
Mm-mm.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. I really like the music from there and just everything. On my TikTok For You page, I got like a ton of like Superman edits of just like,
oh my gosh,
movie stuff, and I kept thinking about Superman the whole day. And then I saw videos for like the Supergirl new movie, and I kind of just like, I was like, how would I make that a photo shoot? Like, how would I make that actually cool and not like a Halloween costume kind of thing?
Yeah.
And who would want to do that?
Right.
So, and then I thought of this one girl immediately. I was like, oh my gosh, she won't say no. She would love this. She has the perfect dog. She has the look I want, everything. She literally looks like, she kind of looks like the girl from the new movie. Mm-hmm. And so, so I reached out to her and I was like, hey, I know you always wanted to say that. No, I know that you said that you wanted to do a photo shoot with me. I have an idea. I want to know your thoughts. And she was like, anything. Yeah, I'm so down. And I was like, so I want to do like this Supergirl shoot with your dog and out the salt flats. And I see the bubbles erase. Like 10 minutes later, and I had to put my phone down because I was like, oh, this is dumb. Why did I even suggest that? Mm-hmm. And she had some personal stuff going on and stuff, but she was like, I'm sorry, that's just really not my style. And I was like, no.
The girl who you were sure would do it.
I thought like she was the one. Wow. I was like, she would be perfect. And she said no. And, you know, and I respect that. If you don't want to do it, I'm not going to make you. And I'd rather her tell me no now and not just dip on me the day of when I'm so excited for this. And so I tell her, I was like, okay, if you change your mind, let me know. Mm-hmm. And she was like, I'm sorry, I don't think it's really my style. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, okay, I'll have to take no. That's fine. So I posted on my story the inspo, the board and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And this girl that I just did a shoot with, I was like, she swiped up and she was like, I'm so down. 100%. And I got other people too that were interested. I actually had like 30 people like comment,
gosh,
like they were like me. So I was like, okay, good. It's not a dumb idea. And she was like, no, I'm obsessed. Like, let's do it. I don't have a dog, but we can 100% do it. And I was like, you know what? Yeah. And so we're kind of making it like, she kind of made her own style for it. And I love how it turned out. And I'm so glad that, you know, she didn't think my idea was completely stupid or anything. Not that the other girl did. I don't think it was just her thing. But
yeah, totally.
Yeah, it was like a happy little accident. So.
Was she just like a model, the girl who was that makes sense then. Yeah, she's gonna.
And the other girl does modeling too.
Mm-hmm.
But she more of does like very like, I don't know how to explain it. More casual stuff.
Okay, yeah.
More of.
Yeah, it just has a looser portfolio.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
But yeah, we're planning like something else for her to do with her dog. But yeah, that it really worked out, and I was just glad. And me and that other girl got really close after that shoot, and
oh, good.
So it worked out for the better. But
yeah, that is something I am so passionate about. Is just when you're able to take. I mean, not just your art forms, but I'd say especially in your work in your art forms, and build a community.
Yeah.
It, you know, get to know people. That was like the biggest reason why we started this podcast, was just so that, because I moved here not too long ago. I've only been here in Arizona for like 6 months.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just
that
graduated college, and then I moved out here, and so everything's new to me, and I'm like, okay, I gotta ask a bunch of like strangers to come to my house, and I promise I'm not crazy. But I'm so passionate about this idea of just like community, especially with artists. And I just think it's so important, like you were talking about, just to empower each other in that way.
And that's kind of why I love being a photographer too, is because I don't just work with models and I don't just work with people. I work with makeup artists. I work with vendors. I work with florists a lot of the time. Like, it's not just me.
Yeah, and that's so important, making those connections with your community. Exactly. You can learn so much from the people around you, and I really believe that that's like one of the biggest reasons we're on this earth, is to make those connections and to learn from the people around us, and to love the people around us, you know?
And to learn lessons from the people around us.
Absolutely.
Even if they're bad.
That's what I was literally thinking about the backyard. But it's true.
There's a lot of great people out here.
It's true.
And some good people don't do some great things sometimes. And it's okay.
It is okay. Okay, so this is kind of a shift, but did you bring your camera?
Mm-hmm. Of course I did.
Could you kind of show us, like, and I mean, I'm super uneducated on this, but like, which
button does what?
Yeah, what does what? Yeah, how
There's
does it work?
There's a ton of buttons, and some of them, I'm not gonna lie, I'm still learning, because I got this new camera like a month ago.
Okay.
Because I had to upgrade. So this button is the shutter button, aka the take a picture button. So this is the shutter button, the take picture button, and then this button you could zoom in, like more manually, or you can, zoom in with your lens automatically. And then right here is your ISO. I have it on auto just because it makes my life easier. And then the f-stop, I usually put it at about a 9.
And what do all these do when you say ISO, f-stop? What are those?
Well, one of them, the ISO is how much light you're taking in. Like if you have it at 8,000, which is the highest mine can go, it looks pretty dark. And then if the lighter you go, the brighter it is, because room light is a lot darker than outdoor light.
Mm.
Then here, let me put it back. And then f-stop, it basically, it kind of goes hand in hand with the shutter speed.
Okay.
It's just like the rate that you're taking it at. And then, yeah, those are like the main things I look for.
I love it.
Okay, let me see. I took some pictures of my dad earlier today. He made me. I was like,
Cute.
okay. He was like, can I get some really cool portraits? He made like this wall by himself. He 3D printed it and put like LED lights in it. And he's so proud of it. So
that's so dad coded.
I know. His dad friends are like always at his house.
Cool.
Yeah. Here, let me just.
Okay, you're taking photos?
Yeah, I want to take pictures of you
Okay,
and
talk
your
to me
elements.
about your technique while you do it. What are
Mhm.
you looking for? What are you thinking?
So usually I have to go way further back than I think.
Dang, I wish I was painting a cooler part of
Oh,
this right
oops.
now. I feel like straight ahead of me isn't as pretty of an angle. Is it terrible if I bend down?
No, you're good.
Okay. Walk me through what you're thinking when you're taking these photos.
I'm thinking, which one should I zoom in on? Like, of you doing?
Which, like
what you're doing.
Oh, my
like, I'm
hand
like,
or my
yeah,
head?
your hand, your head,
Okay.
whatever. And then I'm thinking about the background, what's in it, what I should probably, like, go more away or the other.
Mm-hmm.
And then tell me more about your art piece. I know that it's about your grandma.
Yeah. So I spoke to you a little bit about just the fact that humanity has always been so important to me.
Mm-hmm.
And my grandmother in this photo, she died of a neurological disease that caused her to kind of lose herself. So it's called Huntington's disease. And it's like a mix of Parkinson's and Alzheimer's. It also has the nickname zombie disease because it turns you basically into a zombie.
Oh, that's horrible.
It really is horrible. Yeah, it really is horrible. And it's also hereditary disease. So recently I kind of came to terms. It's funny because it's not even like as cut and dry as being like, my mother was diagnosed, but it's like I came to terms with the fact that she has this disease.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that was about a year ago now that happened.
So your mom has it?
So my mom has it. And my grandmother in this picture, she had 5 children. My mother, who she's pregnant with in this photo.
Aw.
Yeah, isn't that interesting? I didn't even
Yeah.
know she was pregnant with her when I first started. But anyway.
Because she had 5 kids, you know. It's
Right.
like-
yeah, you
You're like,
just don't know. I don't know,
Mhm.
girl. Yeah, so anyway. Yeah, she had 5 children, and all 5 out of her 5 children have this disease.
Oh.
So it's a 50-50% chance if you have one parent who has it and one parent who doesn't. And anyway, it's always been like something that we never talked about in the family.
Mm-hmm.
And we still don't talk about it in our family. And I think this painting is one way for me to deal with it. Because I get to talk about it in settings like these.
Yeah.
And even if you look back to like my second episode I filmed it with my husband. And he was like, tell me a bit about your painting. And even up to that point, I hadn't spoken to him about it. I hadn't spoken to anyone about it. So if you look back at the old clips, it's like, I'm painting this for reasons I won't get into. And then I remember going to bed that night and being like, Sara, that's the whole point of your painting is to like deal with this and to talk about this. And it's been especially like tricky because now that I know my mother has it, it's like, oh, you see your mother and 5 out of 5 kids have this.
You might have it.
I probably have it. And it's not just like, this is going to sound crazy, but I feel like it's important to talk about this disease because it is like a lesser known disease.
Yeah, I've never heard about it until you talked about it on your podcast.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Definitely lesser known. But I mean, this is going to sound terrible, but I've had people, like close friends and family of mine, who have died of like cancer and just other diseases, and it's been horrible. But like, to feel like jealous of people who die of cancer
because the disease is that bad.
Because you're dealing with a disease so different, you know? And so anyway, and that's such like a crazy take to have, I feel like, and it's something that's difficult to talk about. And so that's kind of what this painting is about. And the reason I chose my grandmother too, not only just because she had this disease, is just because it shows like generations, right? Mm-hmm. I remember somebody brought up the fact in like just one of my comment sections, they were like, oh, you know, women, you're born with all the eggs you're ever going to have. So, you know, your grandmother kind of carried you in a way. My grandmother kind of carried me in a way. And so in a way, it's like 3 generations in a painting.
Yeah, and that's neat.
Yeah.
Sorry, like,
no, that's okay. Yeah, and so that's kind of what's going on, I don't know, with this hereditary thing too, right? Where it's like 3 generations of, I mean, possibly 3 generations of this horrible, horrible disease. And so how do you paint that? And I think that's one of the reasons why I want some places to be a little more realistic than others, some places to just be distorted. Yeah. And I want the coloring to not look like cheerful. I still want my grandmother to look warm because she was warm, but it's like just degrading. It is kind of bad feelings. There's certain iconography in it, like this red curtain isn't in the actual photo. I had to Photoshop it in there, but it's like symbolizing flesh and death and the fragility of life and the fragility of the body. So anyway, that's a little background on this painting, but it's been very, you know, I've had people ask if it's like therapeutic to paint this painting, like, oh, it must be therapeutic. My brother, I called him recently and he thinks my life is like so easy.
Don't all siblings think
that?
Oh
my gosh,
like all I've heard all my life is like, you're so lucky, like mom and dad were harder on me.
Girl,
like, when I was like 10 and I was like,
yes.
No, they weren't, shut up.
Yes. And he's like, you just gonna sit back, you just gonna paint all day, and honestly, yeah, be jealous. But he's like, it must be so lethargic. But I feel like for me, painting, especially something like this, and that's what I do with all my paintings, all in some way they're like working through something. It's like such a chore. It's so hard, but that's what makes it empowering. And I don't know if you feel about your craft that same way. Yeah, where it's like, oh, you know, you must have so much fun. Just click, click, click on the camera.
And then it's like, well, then I have to cull and then I have to edit and oh my gosh.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't know. There's something that always calls you back to it. And I think, okay, it's like something addiction. I like actually really stand on that I don't talk about very much. But I believe we are all born with this innate desire, and if not known desire, then unknown desire to create. And I think that can come in many ways, whether you're creating solutions to a math problem, whether you're problem solving while you're painting, whether you're creating this whole new piece off of this cold photo that you just took, right? Because I've seen some of the pre-edited photos and some of the after-edited photos, and I'm like, that's its own art form, you know? We are all born to be artists. In fact, that's like the whole purpose of this podcast. Like, anybody can come on. We did an episode before this, and it was the art of Legos. And I know nothing about Legos.
Wait, I did it. That's awesome.
Yeah, it hasn't been posted yet. But
the art of Legos. It will be by the time that this one.
Yes. But the whole point was like somebody came here And who thinks of like someone who really likes to do Legos as an artist? You know,
Not me.
Not me. Yeah, but when you get somebody sitting down and they're so passionate about this topic and, oh, but this helps me express these things in certain ways. What is an artist if not that, you know?
Exactly.
So,
do they do like Lego sets that they like with the instructions, or do they just go free?
yeah, he does it with the instructions,
gotcha.
but that's a good point. Yeah,
That'd be really cool.
yeah, anyway.
Maybe in the future, we'll see.
Yes. I thought I was going to do something else, but I ended up having to do acrylic today, and now I'm at a weird spot with my painting.
No, I get that. Do you like mine?
I love. I always feel bad when I like offer things, because with the Lego guy, he came in and he was building a car Lego set. He got like, you know, not very far in it, because a lot of time people like turn to talk when you're speaking and they forget to paint or work on it. And even then, just an hour to work on something's like not that much.
It's kind of hard.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to know, I feel like just a big thing in being an artist is learning, I don't know, just learning from our mistakes. And you were talking earlier about like learning how to say no, and I just kind of want to know like how that shows up in your life now. Was there an experience where, I don't know, it was like kind of a horror story that you just had to like, but you really learned something from it, you know?
Oh, for sure. So at the beginning of my career, I started doing styled shoots.
What are styled shoots?
It's a tongue twister, I know. So styled shoots are basically when they're like vendors and some models that kind of put on together like a photo shoot.
Okay.
So like this one, it was going to be like a wedding, for example. So weddings are kind of hard to get into because a lot of people that get married, they want an experienced photographer. And it's hard to just start doing weddings if you have no experience.
Okay.
Like, it's just a whole different vibe, you know, like these are people's most important days of their lives and everything. Like, they want everything to be perfect, and that's why people spend so much money on wedding photographers. And so I was like, maybe I will do weddings. And I found this couple on Instagram, and they advertised like this Swan Lake photo shoot. And in my head, I was like, oh, that's incredible. Like the pricing, and you have to pay for these as a photographer because it's supposed to go towards the models, the vendors, everything.
You have to pay to do them? Really?
Yeah.
So are they just for like exposure?
So it's for exposure, but also to make content for your page.
Okay, to build your portfolio. Okay.
And so I did a couple of them when I was beginning it. Some of them were really fun, actually. Like I don't know. I'll have to show you the ones that I did. But this couple, they sent like the itinerary of what was going to happen and when, like, we should.
Okay.
Like, she was like, okay, at 6:30, I'm like getting my makeup done, whatever. And then at 7 o'clock is set up. So I thought the 7 o'clock setup, we were supposed to be there.
Ah, okay.
So I get there at 7, and the model couple just walked straight past me. And they kind of look at me, and it was really awkward, and I was like, oh, okay. Like, I paid you like $100 to be here, but okay.
Oh my god.
And I meet this other photographer, and she's like, hey, did you see them? And I was like, I think so. They just kind of kept walking. I don't know. And they weren't talking to the other people. They had like a live orchestra there and everything. Like, it was going to be like the whole thing. And so some of the other photographers get there, and then the main girl that's in charge of it, she was like, oh yeah, I saw you. I just wasn't sure if you were part of it, so I just didn't say anything. And I was like, oh
my gosh.
Okay, awkward. It was just a very awkward moment. And then we started taking like just pictures of like her walking down the aisle and stuff. And like, I feel like they promoted it as this big thing, and I felt like we kind of got gypped a little bit. And the florist was really sweet. All the vendors were and everything. And the orchestra, when we were setting up, they were like, oh yeah, do you have any chairs? And she goes, no, can you stand? I'm not a violinist or anything, but At least the cello player needs a chair, right?
Oh my gosh.
And bless his heart, the poor cello player. Oh, I have paint all over me. The poor cello player, he literally was like, I could try. And like,
oh my gosh.
yeah, and the florist, she's incredible, by the way. She was like, oh, I could run home real quick. I could bring some chairs. So that was like a red
After
flag
you
number
all
one.
paid to be there is crazy.
Mm-hmm. Well, what I learned is that they didn't have very much communication with the vendors, and the vendors didn't get paid anything.
Who's they? The models?
The models got paid. It was just the models.
So did the models set this whole thing up?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And everything else, her dress and everything, it was used from her wedding. So, and for the cake and everything, the baker did a really good job on the cake. It was beautiful. She had the model, she brought like these two little swans, and she was like, oh, these are our swans for, and I was like, you advertise it as Swan Lake, be so for real. And they were this big, you know, like Tangled, the unicorns.
The little unicorn? Oh my god.
And she goes, want to know why these are so small? Because I didn't want to spend over $20 on swans. Girl, are you serious? I was pissed, and I was just like, okay, So we keep moving around all the crap. She told the orchestra, oh, it's fine, the photographers will just help you move all your stuff. Like, I get pissed when I get voluntold to do things, especially if I pay to be there. I just thought that was very rude of her.
Yeah, you keep hanging me up on this paid to be there part. Because
Yeah.
I feel like this is already abuse of power, but for you to be the one who's paying for this is crazy.
Yeah, no, it was awful. And it gets worse too. So we go to this other place where like there's a fountain, and the orchestra, no, not the orchestra person, the cello player, his glasses break.
Oh my god.
And I kind of figured something was up because he had like a napkin in his glasses so he could read the music. And there was a videographer there that she kept making the orchestra move out of the shot, and they thought that they were going to get pressed for it. It was just a terrible situation.
Oh my god.
And so he kept having to move so much that he broke his glasses, and like his lens totally fell out of one of them, and he had a napkin in his glasses, and I can't remember if it was a videographer or the model, but she was like, why do you have a napkin in your eye? And he was like, oh, I'm sorry, I need to focus, and I can only see my sheet music if I have it like this. And she was like, well, can you squint or something? And she was like, okay. So first you don't give this poor guy a chair, and now he's squinting. And
I'm shocked.
Yeah, I was just like, this is bad. And then we go to the final location. Well,
this
second
poor
to last.
cellist. Oh my gosh.
I like if I was going through that, I would cry and I would go home. And like I just feel like you need to be respectful to the people around you. Like he literally is doing this for free, and he came here. And like the rest of the orchestra too, like they had them stressing and they weren't happy too, and it was just horrible. And then we get to the garden and we're doing some pictures and stuff, and
what a dumpster fire.
I know. And then I kid you not, the husband who's modeling, he goes, okay, cool, so that's a wrap, we're done, we can go. It's like, we still have 30 minutes. Are you serious? Like, I just felt like that was so rude of him to do. And she was like, shut up, we're still here for 30 more minutes. And he was like, ah. And I was like, you guys got paid like a lot of money to do this, but okay. But yeah, I found out none of the vendors got paid. I get so mad from what happened. I haven't touched the pictures. I'm not editing them because I paid to be there, and
yeah, why
that's
give them
my work.
even more?
I don't want to promote them on my page because I think they were horrible.
Oh my
And this
gosh.
wasn't their first time. They've done it to like 9 other people, and I've heard more stories from other photographers that they aren't good to work with because they do stuff like that. And yeah, it was just bad.
Oh my gosh. I want
So
to
I
see
don't do
these
styled
photos
shoots
so
really
bad.
anymore.
Yeah, no kidding.
Like
That's crazy.
occasionally I will, and I work with a couple people, but the idea has to be really cool, and I usually just do my own stuff now, or
Yeah.
because and I'm kind of terrified of weddings now because of that.
That's tragic.
Even though I'm shooting one on Saturday, Roses.
For sure. So I'm curious, that makes me think, because you've got like a pretty good following on social media. How did you get there?
How did I get there? Literally just posting some of my pictures. It got a lot of traction.
Mm-hmm.
And like a couple videos did. Like they got a lot of views. I feel like most of my followers are other photographers, actually.
Yeah.
Like they're not really people. Like there are some people in Utah, but it isn't only people in Utah.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's people from different countries and everything. So
I mean, it also sounds like you're kind of in this world going to these different events, just trying to get in at any opportunities that you can.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that like helped you with your social media?
Oh, for sure. You meet a lot of people and then you collaborate with them, and yeah.
Interesting.
Even though I have like some like my following and stuff, they're not always viewing my posts and stuff. I feel like that's for anyone.
Yeah.
Like it's just social media is tricky. I'm still trying to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
I love
it. It's just like putting myself out there. Just trying.
Man, but that's the life of an artist, though.
It's
you
hard.
have to have some kind of online. I mean, it took me forever to do anything, even like, remotely online. But yeah, it's important.
It's tricky.
It's a really good tool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming in today. And I just feel like I've learned so much about photography, about your craft in particular, why you do what you do, the importance of empowering those around us. I really admire you, Becca. Can you tell me where people can find you?
Yeah, thank you. You can follow me on Instagram at becca.allen.photography. And yeah.
Sweet.
It was nice to meet you. Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you for coming on.
Anytime.